Greetings, everybody. This is Leviathan here. Today, we've got an update for you coming hot off the presses. We now know the start date of season 25. That's going to be December 10th, which is next Friday. I'm recording this on December 3rd, late in the evening here on the East Coast. So that's pretty exciting. A nice quick turnaround. Season 24, which is currently still going on, ends this coming Sunday on the 5th. So it's that very quick 5-day turnaround from season to season. In the past, Blizzard has said that there would actually be, a nice 2-week downtime in between seasons. But I think, frankly, we've gotten to this point where seasons have gone on their typical 3-month period. And I think if seasons were to stick to that plan, then yes, it would make a lot of sense for likely having more players reach the end of a season and kind of be going gung ho at the end for pushes on the leaderboards and stuff to have that break in between. But as it stands now, with there being like 5-month seasons and stuff, and most people kind of tailing off in the middle of all that anyway, might as well just roll into the next one nice and quickly. This blog post that we'll talk about is going to be linked in the video description, so if you want to look at it on your own time, definitely feel free to do so. There's not too much here that's new based on what I've already covered here on the channel, so if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, go ahead and take a look on the Season 20 coverage. I covered all the Hadrix gifts and the conquests and things like that, which are mentioned here. One thing that I did want to point out to you, though, is that, we officially know we will have Soul Shards. This season is being dubbed, it has a name, what is it? The Lords of Hell for seasons, just in case you wanted the name on it. But it's, of course, all around these Soul Shards that come from the lesser and greater evils. We detailed them very specifically in a previous video, so I definitely think you should check that out because it gives you, like, basically everything you could ever want to know about Soul Shards. We try to figure out as much as we could. The nice thing here is that we didn't see on PTR that there would be something additional in the seasonal journey like we've been accustomed to seeing, whether it's wings, a pet, a portrait frame, something for reaching the end of the seasonal journey, getting to Guardian, and completing all those objectives. They did reveal that here in this blog post, and it looks pretty darn cool. It's probably the best portrait frame that we've had yet, a very sick Diablo one based on Diablo 2, which is just continuing the theme of a lot of crossover promotion for D2R, which just got a nice big juicy patch yesterday, by the way. So check that out if you are playing D2 Resurrected. And then the pet looks great as well too. Very stylistic Diablo 2 Diablo. Lots of awesome, horns and such going on there. So spikes, whatever have you. So it's looking very nice. There isn't too much else to cover again, like we have already said that we did. So again, if for a review real quick, Hadrix gifts, you're looking at Barbarian with the Might of Earth, Crusader with Invoker, Demon Hunter with Shadows, which is a really great start, by the way. Once you get the 2-piece, you're off and running, so it's a really nice one. Monk with Stone Wuko, it's kind of like a general setup. You can go like Tempest Rush with that, and then get into all the other good stuff like Inna's, which is going to be very, very strong in the coming season. Necromancer with Inarius, which is like okay. Witch Doctor with Harvester, but the real juicy setup for Witch Doctor in the coming season is the Eric Care. Got tons and tons of buffs. Pets are looking great for the Witch Doctor, so definitely go for that if you're doing it. And then Wizard with the Firebird set, which did receive nerfs, but they did a great nerf with it so that the mirror images is no longer the way to play it, and instead you want to go with more of the Flame Blades playstyle, which is actually more fun to play, in my opinion. So those are your kind of marching orders for the beginning of the season. There were a few changes here at the tail end right before this goes live from PTR. So Sliver of Terror is still looking to be the best Soul Shard for the Helm. It's just really good damage and defense just by having skills on cooldown, which a lot of builds will have just by nature of existing the way that they have. And you might even load more skills in there for cooldowns as well to bump this Soul Shard's advantages up even more so. They did lower some of the so here they lowered the increased damage, 12.5% per skill that's on cooldown. That's okay, you're still going to get a lot of benefit out of this. Probably have 3 to 4 skills on cooldown, most likely in most builds. And then one of the additional powers on the rank 3 gave you an increase in attack speed and critical hit chance for each skill that was on cooldown. Previously 7, moved down to 5, still great. So you can get like 15, 20% out of those, which is enormous, right? For 20% free critical hit chance could be great, help you reach near 100% on some builds. And then Shard of Hatred did get some reduction as well too. So for a while, this one actually went through a few different versions in the PTR, and it came out pretty darn good in the end. So if you have more than 3 enemies within the same distance, then you're going to do 5% increased damage per enemy. That's up to a maximum of 50%. So this one definitely took a bit of a hit here. Should still be solid though for like trash killers, things like that. you do a 15% reduced damage. So it's kind of like combating that and then getting some additional bonuses. And then since there was a power on it on rank 3 that just kind of modified further the base damage increase, they now tuned that as well. Kind of bring so in the rank 3 you can get the original values that we had on PTR for the base. Is the way to look at that one basically. And then the other one that got changed was Drugs of Lies. This one got very revamped. Started out as a support Soul Shard, and then got turned into more of a pet-based Soul Shard, which is very strong now for like Marauders, Eric here, etc. Innas as well. So like a lot of these pet-focused builds are going to be blasting next season. This one now, it did start out with pets dealing 50% increased damage, now down to 25%. And then on the rank 3, this one here, each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage is increased by 0.5% instead of 1% for 5 seconds. It does stack 100 times. So, they cut that in half, but it's still a really great benefit to pet builds, and they're still going to be hitting those GR150s and such. Is by far the strongest seasonal theme that we've had thus far. So if you ever had inclinations or dreams of reaching, super high GRs for solo play or even groups, you should definitely jump into this season, because from very early on, like we're talking high 1000, so like 1900 Paragon or something, or into the low to mid 2000s if you can play the game for that long, which should take you that long because now we'll be farming even more efficiently and faster and higher than we have previously. You'll be able to reach these 150 tiers. So it's kind of incredible with the right build how much power you'll have on hand. So this is it. This is the dream for you that have aspired to go to those high heights. Do it up. And then last but not least here, change on Spirit of Eric here, just giving it even more damage in the 6-piece set bonus. So this build will really be blasting off for Witch Doctors. It should be a lot of fun to play based on all the changes that they made to it. And that's really it for the Season 25 preview here. Just to let you guys know, again, that date is next Friday, December 10th. And the dates are the times are, I think now corrected, because previously there was like a daylight savings time or whatever. I never remember if like you're in daylight savings time, so it should say PDT or you're not, or standard, whatever. It's your normal time, usually. It's like that 8 p.m. for the East Coast, etc. So when the season will start. Next week, we'll have the Challenge Roof build guides for you, all that sorts of stuff. Hop in the comments, let me know how you're feeling about the season, if you're going to be playing it a lot, if you're enjoying, what's to come here with Soul Shards, what you're excited for, anything like that. Let's talk it up and chat it up. Definitely would love to see what you guys are looking forward to and hear what the community is into. So without further ado, I want to thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more on the channel. There will be some other stuff to prep you for the season. And until next time, adios.